Could I have a minute of your time?
What you need, boy?
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them aren't poisonous, of course. I don't mind snakes myself, but lots of folks are afraid of them.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
Well, St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of voodoo. Sometimes we get weird goings-on in the cemetery on that night. More often on a few nights before. People taking grave dirt, bones, and who know what.
That's pretty disgusting.
Yep. Don't know what they do with them, but it can't be pretty.
Do you have any idea what Capri Saint-Call means?
Nope. Can't say that I do.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans, a powerful voodooian and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb, you know. They write secret marks on the walls, leave offerings. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. John fella from that voodoo museum, he's here at least once a day. But Marie Laveau's tomb isn't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Toussaint Gervais. I'm the watchman here at St. Louis No. 1.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, I keep the place tidy, of course, but a big part of my job, too, is looking out for the grievers, you know. People come to pay their respects, and they need looking out for. Sometimes they so grief-bound, they don't know what they doing.
Tell me about yourself.
That's about all there is to say.
Tell me something about St. Louis Cemetery No. 1.
You know why the dead are buried in tombs and not in the ground, don't you? The water table's too high. Them coffins will float right out of their graves. Ha! Them dead will go floating right down into the Dakota. Of course, if it were Mardi Gras, nobody'd even notice. It's a historical place. People buried in here from the Civil War. Back further, too. Take a look around. You'll see.
You said there were other mock tombs?
Yep. I've seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and corn green. Animal parts, human parts even, it look like. Male parts, if you get my meaning. And this is one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
You been working here a long time?
Longer than you've been alive, son. I may helps be here longer than you'll be alive, for that matter.
Kind of a quiet job you've got, isn't it?
Most of the time, yeah. They act up some at the full moon, though.
You must enjoy the company of dead folks.
Unlike the living, they ain't never given no reason to dislike them none.
How's business today?
About like every day. It's what you call a seller's market.
Food, trinkets, and more unsettling things have been left at Marie Laveau's tomb as offerings from believers.
No thanks.
Near the Laveau tomb is a piece of red brick. Undoubtedly a cast-off from spiritual graffiti writers.
I don't need to go visit the family tomb today.
The name Ross is inscribed on this old tomb.
My family's tomb is down that way, past the Ross tomb.
No way! Something might answer. The marble denizens of the cemetery only stare back blankly. This old tomb is in a sorry state of disrepair. There's probably no one left in the family to maintain it. An angel with a cross stands guard over one of the tombs. St. Louis Cemetery number 1 is one of the most historic and beautiful places in the quarter. Two enormous vases flank the front of the Geddi tomb. Gabriel looks at and in the vases, but he doesn't see anything he wants to take. Two heavy, solid marble doors provide an entrance to the tomb.
Open sesame.
Nope, that doesn't work. The doors are heavy and shut tight. An angel draped dramatically over a stone plinth marks the entrance to a large tomb. That doesn't work on the plate. There's a small marble plate near the tomb doors. The plate is in locked position. There's a keyhole on the plate, but Gabriel can't operate that without a key. It's locked shut. A stone angel leans down to gaze at something unseen. With a few exceptions, these tombs are all beginning to look alike. Most of the plaster has fallen away over the years to reveal walls of red brick. There's a temperature gauge on the wall near Mosley's office.
Hey, Mosley.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up. Whew, it's hot in here.
The coffee cup is empty.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
How about getting me some coffee?
No way. Enough is enough.
Please, 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 pretty please.
All right. Just shut the hell up. Some people are never satisfied.
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat?
Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on it.
Just drink this.
Thanks, tons. I mean it.
Okay, anything else?
police department memos, and other didactic blurbs.
I'll let you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
Potted roses marked the entrance to the house. Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the plants. Perfectly groomed hedges run along the front of the porch. Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the... The Garden District is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions. This particular mansion is impeccably groomed. This is private property.
May I help you?
I'd like to see Mallie or Geddi, please.
I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
Please let me in.
No. Go away before I call the police. May I help you?
I do have official business.
Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
I have a fine selection of magazine subscriptions for sale.
We do not welcome solicitors. May I help you?
I've got important business with Miss Geddi.
Yes. I'm waiting on some evidence of that, sir.
Wrong house. Never mind.
Fine. Good day. May I help you?
My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business.
Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Geddi. Miss Geddi will see you. Right this way. Miss Geddi will be down shortly.
Thank you.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Modern art?
More or less. It's a Picasso.
Beautiful women. They must be relatives.
They are.
Beautiful women.
They are.
Nice statue. I like it.
Thank you. It's The Rebellious Slave by Michelangelo.
Ming Dynasty, perhaps? Roses and gardenias. The side table probably costs more than Gabriel's shop. Genuine lion skin.
I can imagine doing things on that rug.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing.
The only thing Gabriel wants to mess around with in his room is Malii herself. Harvard classics, Homer, Virgil. Maybe Malii wouldn't be impressed by a signed copy of one of Gabriel's novels. The leather on the chair is as soft as butter. Gabriel's coat feels like rawhide in comparison.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Geddi?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced.
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh? Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Geddi family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now. Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm no expert. I don't fear them like most people do.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
What do you know about Marie Laveau?
I've heard of her, of course, but that's about it.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Caux means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am. Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? I don't know what you mean.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Geddi family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Tell me about your family.
The Geddis? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
Oh, I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you, or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective, but that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Geddis in the city. I have a large extended family.
I see. Do you have a husband, boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have a business degree from Vanderbilt. I wanted to study psychology, but my family's interests came first.
Oh, why not something like law, then? Surely that would have been an asset to the family.
Law? Please. I do have some morals, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
For the record, I'm 28, Detective.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I have few friends. A woman in my position can't really afford them.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I try to stay away from the media as much as possible. Last year there was that story about John Jr. and I. Phone didn't stop ringing for weeks. I prefer to keep my private life private. I would appreciate it if you'd keep my name away from any public association with the police, Detective.
Of course. I wouldn't know where to begin.
As you wish, Detective.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could. But I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake. And I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Geddi.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job.
I can't help noticing that you're in incredible shape, Miss Geddi. Your legs are so strong. Do you work out at one of the clubs by the lake?
Well, Detective, I do enjoy physical activity.
Oh, me too.
Actually, I was referring to swimming and modern dance. I can't say that I do much exercising at the lake, though.
Ah, well, it was worth asking.
I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Geddi.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Mallie, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out. Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
The windows are made of thick, heavy glass. The only thing Gabriel can see inside is even thicker drapery. Tall, narrow shutters provide beauty and protection.